Well, hello, Coffee Time friends. How y'all doing? It's Thursday or Friday Eve, and we're having some goulash. The temperature is much more comfortable. It's 83. It's almost 6 o'clock, at 20 to 6. And that's much more tolerable, but I don't think I've seen a sprig of sunshine all day. It's been overcast, but we've not had rain. Did you get rain here, Mama?
When I went to the mail, there's a few little old sprinkles, but they wasn't know what you say, rain or nothing. I ain't seen no rain.
We haven't had any rain in several days. I'm going to have to go out and water flowers. You've not heard me complaining too much about that this year because, well, 2 reasons. We don't have that many flowers out. We really scaled back. And we didn't even go to the nursery this year. That's a first for us for years. But we had elephant ears. We had some volunteer things that came back. Some pretty succulents that came back. And then our hostas and stuff that we put in pots came back. So we were pretty sad. Every pot had something in it. Plus we had 2 wild heathen animals that was trying to dig their way through every pot we had. And luckily they started early enough we didn't fill them full of beautiful flowers that cost a fortune. Knock on my chore board. They haven't done that. Mama put a few mothballs out there. They've kind of calmed down on that, and maybe they'll stay calmed down. Mama, I've got this chore board out, but I really think I'm through with it.
Well, I don't believe you.
I did meat. This meat was cooked earlier when I first got in. It's cooled down now. I had it in the refrigerator for a little while. And this is just ground chuck. It's about a pound, not hardly. And onions. Didn't want y'all to have to wait for that. We're cooking a few noodles over here. About a half a box of this here. This was the Barilla. This is the Barilla Classic Elbows. They got ridges. See some ridges on there? This is a 1 pound box, so we used about 8 ounces of that. We're going to put some petite diced tomatoes. This just happens to be a 14.5 ounce can, and it's just the diced. And we're going to put 1 pound can of 12 ounce
I'll let you
can
put it in there.
of crushed tomatoes.
There. Because that'll cool it down so much.
Those are about ready, Mama. This is the noodles, and we just put them in this small. We're not gonna do a big O tonight. This is just gonna be a tonight, maybe a lunch. We're trying to get off the having so much leftovers. 2 things I don't like about leftovers: having to fiddle with them, and they take up all the room in the refrigerator. And then we hardly ever know what's what. I would think that we would. There's 2 people here. 2 adults here. But we can't keep up with when we had it, what we had, or nothing else. And it's not been long ago, once again, we found something in there. Oh, that beautiful, wonderful chicken casserole that we just hadn't eaten again. We just didn't think about it. Right now there's tomato pie up there in that refrigerator. That's wonderful, would be great. And you would think that I would eat tomato pie. Do I think of it? No. The next day I'm like, I really don't want that. Now right here, we can stop right here, folks. Now look at this beautifulness. This would be macaroni and tomatoes, and now I want macaroni and tomatoes, except this ain't the way we make them. We cook our macaronis in butter and salt, just like we did this, but we use a can of Momma's homegrown, home canned tomatoes, don't we?
Yeah.
Now this meat, I'm just going to pour it right in there. I put that in my bowl because I don't want to dirty up something else. And that's going to be it. This meat was ground chuck, fried. I put a dash of Worcestershire sauce in it. I put a sprinkle of salt, and a sprinkle of pepper. And I cooked it till it was brown. Not burnt, just good and brown. And
No, that's looking good.
It is, ain't it? And that was it. That's what it did. And that's, well, normally it's a little soupier than that, Mama. What's happened? We need a can of water.
You want some water?
You want some?
You want some?
This is good and hearty and thick. It's beautiful, but I like a little juice. A little tomato juice. So we got tomato juice.
Yeah, there's tomato juice in there. You want it?
Let's just do a can of tomato juice in here if we got a little one.
Oh, we ain't got a little one. We've got a big
Good.
one.
If we open a big one, we won't need it. I guess just water it down with some of that over there. We'll just settle for that. And I was right. I don't need no one's dropped her ring over here. I don't need a big chore board tonight. Done cut up onions. Done all that work. That looks so good. Woke up with a headache and nausea and stiff feeling. Oh no, I hope you don't have the flu. Lisa, I hope you get to feel better. Pam? My mom made some goulash from a recipe in the 70s. It was so good. But I never knew the recipe. I only knew she put a bay leaf in it. Yeah, now a bay leaf is something you put in a lot of.
Is that looking good?
That looks perfect. A lot of red sauce recipes, but you don't ever eat that bay leaf. You want to pull it out, but it does add a little flavor to it. Is someone told me one time. You may stick it in there and you may pull it out in just a little while and you think, well, that didn't do nothing, but don't skip it because it does something. It adds you that little bit of flavor in there. We don't normally put it in here, but we would. I have like sloppy joes and stuff like that. A lot of times I'll put a bay leaf. And spaghetti, so it wouldn't hurt anything to put a bay leaf in there. A lot of your recipes that your mama and your grandmama made were actually quite simple. They were probably seasoned mainly with salt and pepper, and it was probably some basic ingredients. And that was the way of cooking back then. They used basic, good old, cooking. So a lot of it, if you'll look at old Italian.
Put the lid on that when it gets hot.
It'll get hotter, yeah. You look at old classic Italian dishes. It's the basics. You don't get a lot of stuff to it. And that's what my granny cooked. Basics. Our vegetable soup was just that. Vegetables and tomatoes and some juice. Mama's was the same way, except Mama did go out on the fringe a little bit. We always had macaroni, elbow macaroni in ours. And Granny would put elbow macaroni in hers sometimes too, wouldn't she?
Mm-hmm. And she put pork and beans in hers.
Oh, don't ever.
Wait up, yeah.
My daddy insisted one time. He usually didn't care what we fixed or how we fixed it. But Mama's homemade vegetable soup was always so good. And Daddy said, put a can of pork and beans in that. Mommy always did. And they're so good. I've never been more disappointed when Mama put that can of pork and beans in there. And I love pork and beans. I don't know.
It changes it all.
It changed it all together, and we didn't like it. In fact, we couldn't eat it. He ate it. And Mama said, I'll never do it again. No, I'll make it for you, but I'll never put it in a whole pot again. So thereafter, we had 2 kettles of soup. Anytime she made it, she had pork and beans in one and not in the other. He ate the one, we ate the other. And I never hope to eat it again. I'll just put it that way. And I'm not that, he's okay, I can take it or leave it. But that was the worst soup I ever had.
Yeah, it changed it totally. It didn't taste like.
It didn't taste like Mama's soup. It didn't taste like vegetable soup. It had the pork and beans
flavor taste to it.
It had an earthy taste to it almost. It just didn't. And it ain't something I want to try again. I know I tell you all sometimes, did you try something as a kid and you didn't like it? Try it again. Not pork and beans in my vegetable soup, I won't.
It wasn't a good thing.
That coffee is so good.
It smells good. I smell it over here good.
I'm ready for snow.
Oh, no.
I'll get hate mail. I know I will, but I don't care. Y'all have had your summer. Y'all have made my teeth sweat. It's been like 95, 98. And I get my vehicle, and I'm thinking, this could be it, Lord. I don't know if I'm going to live till it cools down. And I try to put the shades up and all those things. It's still hot, and I'm ready for cool autumn weather. I'm ready for crisp air. I'm ready for the smell of leaves and the taste of pumpkin. And I don't go crazy with them pumpkin flavors, but I'm ready for something. You know what I'm craving? Pumpkin bread. Mama's pumpkin bread.
Pumpkin bread. Huh.
Like I was thinking, I just like to have a big old slice of Mama's pumpkin bread with my coffee. I know 'tis not the season.
Oh, we could still make pumpkin bread.
But I'm ready for pumpkin bread. I'm ready for, and another thing, this will get you all. This will get every one of you to going, John, yesterday, 98 degrees or whatever it was. And you know what I was thinking last night? I'd like to have some Russian tea. Not cold tea. Hot, wonderful Russian tea. Been wanting it. Been craving it. I'm probably not going to make it because that's definitely a hot thing and it will warm me up and all that. I don't know why I'm into this whole, my mind is just
Your
headed
whole
there.
fall will be here fast.
School started. Can we not go to fall?
He'll be here for you bad enough.
I love fall. It's one of my favorite years.
Years.
I wish it was all year. I wish it was all year. I wish we just had spring and fall. I love winter too, though. I love summer. I love this big old pile of red tomatoes over here, and I thank the good Lord for them every day. And I love summer, and I want y'all to have your summers. I really do. I even want you to have. I've got a friend who loves it 95 and above. And I want her to have that. Just not so much of it. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm ready. I'm ready for, I think it's 43 days till some holiday they had on their Facebook. And I thought, oh, that'd be good. I like the ideal of fall. I like the ideal of fire pits. I like the ideal of, I like to go out in the morning when it's really too cold to be out there. But yet it's not, health danger. It's just cold and you got your hoodie on or a fleece coat and you got your cup of coffee and you can just sort of drink it like this. You know how you have to
hug it.
Yeah, and you drink it and you're like, ooh, it's almost too cold to be out here, but I'm going to stay. That's what I'm looking forward to, that cold morning. I remember years ago, I've always been an early riser. But I remember years ago, I would get up at 5 o'clock, get ready, especially on Sunday mornings. I'd go to town, I'd drive to town. I'd get us breakfast sometimes, me and Mom and Dad, at the Hardy. And then I would go by, a couple of places was an option to get a newspaper, Sunday paper. Do y'all remember those paper stands? Do they have them anymore? Where you put your money in and you opened it up and all the papers were there and you just was trusted to get the top one and go. And we'd get the Sunday paper. Used to we had it delivered here and then they quit delivering it and I had to go get it. And anyway. And I'd sit out on the front porch, read the paper, drink coffee. Even, I guess, as a relatively young person. I'm talking 20s and 30s. And go through the paper and go through the comics and just see what was going on in the world. And by then it'd be up 7:30 or 8. Get ready, I'd already be ready because I've been out and about. And if I didn't bring breakfast, cook breakfast. Those were good Sunday mornings. And then it would be time to go to church in about an hour. And I'd head out to church. I used to get to church 30 minutes before anybody got there. Mama would usually make muffins or something. I'd make coffee and they'd all come in. And the church would smell like coffee. And now I'm ashamed to say there's some Sunday mornings we're just 5 minutes late getting there because by the time I wrap up Sunday school highlights and we get in the vehicle, you know. But we do a thing in our church. We've done it for several years. I don't remember when we didn't do it. For the first 15 minutes, everybody meets in the kitchen. And we have we're Baptists, so a lot of times we're late. And we ain't the only ones. But we have about 15 minutes of coffee, socialization, all the kids, all the families, all piling there together. And whoever brings something we eat, or we'll have little Debbie snacks. Little Debbie, no snakes at our church. Little Debbie snacks. Gotta watch how you say. Anyway, and some of them eat them. I try not to because I don't need to, you know, start my day like that. But I had me a cup of coffee. I didn't have coffee a couple of weeks ago. I drank 3 cups here. And,
I think that was enough to qualify.
And so when I got there, I didn't get any coffee. And they said, "What's wrong with you? You're not drinking coffee." I said, I've drank plenty this morning. I've been up all morning, and I've had 3 big 16-ounce cups. And they said, "Oh, mercy. Yeah, you've had your share." I said, "Yeah, I better not drink no more and try to, you know, I don't want to be up there ready to sing and then say, 'Excuse me, I'm not.'"
You wouldn't do that, would you?
It depends. It depends. No pun intended. This goulash is ready to eat. Look here. Look at that. Now that's what you want. You want it just bubbling. You want it just good. Now here's some things you can do, and we have in the past, but this is classic goulash for us. But you could put a can of whole kernel corn in that. It'd be so good. You can add a few ingredients. Sometimes even black beans, and it's good. But this is Mama's classic plain Jane goulash, as we call it. I don't think I can do much with that anymore.
Yeah,
I've got one up here,
I
don't
don't think you have. Because it was too big for the door.
I got it right here, Mama.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah.
I didn't think you had it.
I got her. Goulash. And a little juice. You want juice? Mama and I are big juice eaters on soups and goulashes.
The napkins, I didn't get this one.
I sure can. And the phone rings. I think somebody watches this and says, "Now let's call." They hung up. Here, Mom. They must have heard me talking about it. You can call back in a minute. You'll know when we're off in here if you're watching.
Yeah. You got it on your hand there.
Speaking of calls, we've heard from our friend Rhonda today. She came through surgery well, and we're thankful for that. We've not got to talk with her, of course, but we will, and we'll keep y'all updated. We thank you for the prayers. Let's pray again, Mama. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this meal. We thank you for these precious hands that pulled it together, dear Lord, and we just thank you for the opportunity to be able to sit here and eat together tonight, dear Lord. What a blessing that truly is, and we'll never take that for granted. Dear Lord, we just thank you for our friends that are gathered, and be with their prayer requests as well, dear Lord, and be with this world we live in, and our nation, and our children, and all concerned. Help us always. In your name we pray. Amen. Well, I'll tell you one thing. When this got to boiling,
And when it got hot, it stayed hot.
it's still doing its thing. All right, Mama, here we go. I like these macaronis. We don't always get that brand.
That's with some.
This is that
Sure,
Gorilla.
yeah.
We have to go to the big city to get that. It's hot.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Very. I don't know. Every time we put a kettle on the stove high or put some in the oven, it gets so hot we can't hardly eat it. It's funny, ain't it? We'll do that. We'll put it on. I mean, it's boiling right out of that pot. I just dipped it out, stuck it in my mouth, and hollered, it's hot.
It's
Like
very
I was
hot.
surprised. But this is as hot as it has been in my vehicle when I get in after work. I think I could boil goulash.
10,000 degrees.
Well, it's ever been 10,000 degrees. When I open that door, heat, I feel it wash over me. I try to open all the windows and the doors and carry on like there's a snake in there or something. And I'll blow that air conditioner. I'll sit there. I'm afraid to pull out, afraid I might pass out. I'll sit there with the air conditioner blowing and every window open. People coming out the door going, are you okay? And I'm like, if I survive, I'll be all right. It's quite the scene. But it's hot. It's hot. Anyway, cooler days are coming.
We'll be saying, woo.
That'll be you.
I know it. I freeze now.
Yeah.
I wear a sweater half the time.
It's supposed to be cooler this weekend, about like this, 84. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if you ain't running around here in a hoodie.
Hey, I'm gonna put that old big hoodie thing you got me. Put it on. I can just get warm as a bucket.
What did you decide to call that thing?
I don't know.
Did you ever show it to them?
No, I didn't.
You all may have one. And you all probably know what it's called.
I said it's a big oversized sweatshirt.
It's a fleece.
Hoodie.
You got it in there close. Get it.
It's in the bedroom.
Oh, of course. You probably slept in. Do you been sleeping in that?
No, but if I got coconut, I would.
It's a fleece blanket, but it's made into a pullover with a hood.
I seen one. Someone, it's either on Facebook on a commercial thing or on a TV show just recently. And I thought, that's what that is. She answered the door and had
What did they put in it, Angela Davis? What did we put in this? It's ground chuck, about 1 pound, onions, and it was a yellow onion, about 1/3 of a bigger one. Didn't put a lot. I cooked it in a skillet and I put a little Worcestershire, dash, you know how I do, and salt and pepper. And I just let it get done, and then I just drained what water and stuff was in it and put it in the refrigerator. And that was this evening, 4:30. Then we get ready to cook. And actually I just took the same skillet I browned the meat in and put water in it and noodles, salt and butter. And we cooked it. And we let most of the water cook out. There was just a little bit in there and we left it. Put a can of crushed tomatoes and a can of diced tomatoes. Put the big can of crushed, what did I tell you? It was 1 pound.
20 ounces or something.
Whatever it was. It was one of the bigger ones. And 14.5 crushed diced tomato. And then put that meat and onions in there with that noodles and didn't even add no salt and pepper or nothing. And let it come to a good boil. And let it boil for about 10 minutes to get all that together. And this is what you have left.
Yeah, it's good.
And it's good. It's real good. In the old days, back when we was allowed white flour and sugar, saltines would have been good with this back then. We've really showed ourselves for the past 2 days. Last night we had pizza into cheese sticks and dipped them. The night before that we had cube steak and white gravy. White gravy, which is actually just liquid biscuits.
It ain't liquid.
Yeah, it is. It's flour, grease, milk, stirred up. You don't bake it, you just serve it liquid. And then we Southerners like to pour that liquid biscuit over top of a cooked biscuit. So we had biscuits and gravy.
It was all good though.
And tonight we're eating pasta.
It ain't
We made
bad.
it a 12-step carb program. It's not good, Mama. We're not doing the best.
This is not bad. Tomatoes.
Tomatoes, but there's a lot of pasta in here.
Mama said, oh, Mommy always said, don't feed your chicken tomatoes because it'll make them poor. So maybe it'll help us with the pasta.
Yeah. It won't hurt your chickens if they put Duke's mayonnaise and eat it on 2 pieces of white bread. Some of the best things in life are just not good for us.
No.
I'm going to do my best tomorrow night to come up with something.
Semi-pasta, bread, gravy. Only thing you could come up with would just be a plain old green salad. It was,
I may have to do hamburgers on lettuce.
oh no.
We ain't going to escape it, folks. But like tonight, I left off the saltines. Like when I fix my tomato sandwiches, I just do 1 instead of 2. And
That's a good big cup there.
the other night when we had the white gravy and the biscuits, just had 1 helping.
That ain't bad. I don't think it is.
Tonight, I'm just eating these noodles like they're going style.
They're just little apple noodles.
Yeah, Mama. Ain't no carbs in these.
I pulled it out.
I'm lying.
I pulled all the carbs out of them.
Well, I'm glad.
Yeah.
All you can do is fight till the end. Try to manage.
You know, like when you make candy, you made it candy so it wouldn't hurt you. Christmas time, you know, all that good candy is, it's not good. It's the good for you. It's what
And I want to know why you're bringing that up.
you're wanting fall. I'm wanting Christmas candy.
Now I'm wanting fudge.
I wanted some of Granny's peanut butter fudge the other day.
Quit. I do too, right now. Can't you talk about carrots and Brussels sprouts, Mama? I've got a real good recipe for Brussels sprouts.
I ain't too wild about Brussels sprouts. I can eat them.
They're good.
I like my carrots glazed and sweet.
How about roasted Brussels sprouts and carrots and a little bit of them? But we better not do taters.
You have to have taters in mine.
Let's see, what else can we talk about, Mama? Ooh, some good water with some blueberries and lemon or... I'm hearing noises.
You hear noises. Is it
I think it might be raining. Thought I heard it raining.
It's cloudy looking.
It's real cloudy. I mean, like, you wouldn't know it because we're videoing right now. We've got bright lights in here for videoing. But the rest of the house is always dark. Like, you know, it's so dark in our house most of the time that if it is cloudy outside, you almost need a flashlight in the middle of the day to get through here.
I don't open up the blinds hardly ever.
I'll open up the blinds here once in a while for Mama, but I went in my bedroom while ago. It's pitch black dark. It's like nighttime because the shades is pulled and the curtains is drawn, and I'm like, daylight, dark. Who knows the difference? Are y'all that way? Or are y'all the kind of get up in the morning like they do on TV? I see them. They grab them curtains and they pull them back and then let the light in. I'm not interested in light first thing in the morning. But when I get up, there's no light to be had anyway. So time I get a shower, get ready, and come through here, that's about when the light's coming. And that's when I like to go out on the porch. Now I'm going on that porch tonight, but it ain't too hot. I'm not even dreading it. But I gotta water everything out there. Huh?
What is it?
It's 83, 611. I've got to water everything on the farm out front. Because they've not had a drink in 3 days. From the sky.
Watered them.
I've watered them, but I'm talking about from the sky. And I've got used to that. Every evening they get watered. Now it's back to me. But I was hoping it was raining right now. I can water them on the porch. Y'all have stopped. Did I stop you?
You
I'm
must
sorry.
have.
I touch it and it goes crazy. Today is my birthday. I'm 66. Well, hello, Betty
Happy
Williams.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Betty.
Happy.
Yes, love, sunshine. Kathy, are you a morning open them blinds? I'll open the blinds when I come through usually. Thank you for the stars, Missy.
He'll come through and open the blinds in the living room. Says he's opening up the light for the day room.
I said, Mama, you ain't got no light in the day room. Let's get the windows open. Oh, well, go ahead and open up the day room windows, she'll say. 8 a.m. Friday morning. Hi, John and Mama from Sydney. Oh, Wayne Moore, you're already in tomorrow. I love that.
Yeah. So it's done Friday?
It's done Friday. He has contacted us from the future, Mama. It's Friday morning at 8 a.m.
Wow.
Well, Wayne, in case you're wondering, in East Tennessee, it's 6:13 right now on Thursday evening. We still got daylight out here, Wayne. We've got some more living to do today. So, hello from the future, Wayne.
Well, hello. That's interesting.
It is neat, isn't it? I love it. We got rain all day, Chris says. Some of you folks, that Debbie has really brought the water. Really brought the water. Flooded streets, and I think it was a surprise for some of y'all. I've heard them say on there. We didn't think it was sort of a smaller storm. Didn't think it was going to bring this much water, and it did. Happy birthday, Gloria said, wishing you happy birthday.
Yeah.
Missy, thanks for those stars. Oh, well.
What happened?
I don't know what that was. No, I keep my home dark.
Yeah,
Deanna, we did too. And it's not like we said, oh, we want dark. It's just, now we've got a sunroom. It gets plenty of sun. And we've got the sun porch, and it gets a lot of sun. There's no curtains in those. There's blinds, but no curtains. But when you come on this side of the house, in here with the kitchen, and our kitchen's a little strange that we built on because the kitchen's in the center of the house. And we used to have it right there. It was outdoors, but now there's 2 layers beyond the sun porch and then the regular porch. So it don't let in near as much light as it once did. But like in the living room, down the hallway, and the bedrooms, if you don't open the curtains, they're not going to get much light. We don't have curtains in the living room, but we have blinds and we have a porch, so that blocks a lot of that light. And you only get light in the living room early in the morning. It's the east facing. So once it goes up, you can get much light in that end. Deanna, you could live like we do in the dark.
Yeah.
Hey, Debbie. Happy birthday, Michelle says.
Yeah,
Let the sun shine in. Face it with a grin. That's right, Jen. We're not depressed. Don't get me wrong. It's just And if we think about it, you know, we'll let them in.
We'll let them in.
But it ain't like we jump up and grab the curtains every morning. Do you, Mama?
No, I not want to take a nap sitting there, so I leave it dark.
I didn't know if you had it in your bedroom or not. You're on that east end of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Hi from Knoxville, Tennessee. Hey, K-Best, how are you? That's our hometown. We claim everything's our hometown, folks, and I tell you why. Because all of our life we've had to go somewhere to get anything. Love Jellicoe. Love our little hometown. Don't really want to go nowhere else. Don't really want to move off nowhere. But we have a few places come and go. We do have a McDonald's and a Subway, Arby's, but we lost Wendy's and we lost Hardy. I mean, we're just barely hanging on. We got one little grocery store, but it's
on Kentucky.
It's really not ours. It's really we borrow it from Kentucky because it's just over the line, but we really don't have our own. We have a wonderful little hardware store. Love to go in there. It's like going back in time. We have a lot of little stores that have, you know, what do they call them, Mama? Like farmhouse stuff and beautiful stuff, antiques. Love to go down there. But as far as like having, well, I don't know if we have a clothing store now. We did have a wonderful one, but I think it's gone to a different venue now, like just online or something. But anyway, love it, but we have to go somewhere. So we've always, my whole life, we've gone to Knoxville, which is south of here, to get anything we needed. We've gone to north to Williamsburg, Kentucky, Corbin, London, Lexington. So when I say it's our hometown, I guess I should start saying it's our home territory.
Yeah.
That's the places we haunt. That's the places we're drawn to. We go to the doctors. We go up to Corbin most of the time, or to Knoxville, or to Oak Ridge. So that's our territory. It's a huge territory. But when you depend on that to be your source of whatever you're needing, it becomes your little hometown. It becomes your running area. Now, some of y'all live in a city, and you never have to leave that city because you got everything you need. But when you're country, like we're country, you learn where everything is, and you just go where it is and get it. And you don't think nothing about it. Anybody around here, we don't think much about running to Knoxville, which is 65 miles away. We don't think nothing about running to Williamsburg. That's 12. That ain't nothing, is it? Our Walmart is in Williamsburg, which is about 12 miles for us. That's not too bad. We can get down there.
Yeah.
Now, Jellicoe we're popular enough. And I'm proud of it. Some of y'all make fun of it. We got a Dollar General. And we've got a Family Dollar. Love both of those.
The Dollar General, it's on our side, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's ours. We ain't borrowing it from nobody. That's 100% our Dollar General, Mama. Family too. So we got, all growing up, we've had them for a long time. If Mama wanted me to stop and get something, she'd say, run to the dollar store and pick up so-and-so. And I'd always say, which one, Mama? Yellow dollar or red dollar? If their family had a red sign, the yellow dollar is Dollar General. Everybody knows it's the yellow dollar. And that's it. So we started calling it. She'd say, run to the yellow dollar and she'd give me a list. Or go with the red dollar and get me this. And I knew the family was what she was talking about. But now we've even come up in the world. We have a combo store.
A combo store.
Mom, don't you laugh? I love it. We've got the Dollar General, or the Family Dollar, and the $1.25 store.
Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree, it's a combo. They don't have everything that $1.25 has if you go into a standalone, but they have a lot of the good stuff, and we like it. So I feel pleased and honored to have that.
Some bargains there.
Well, you can get cards and you can get them gift bags for $1.25, and you can get you some cleaning stuff, and you can get a plate or two, you know. You can run there and get
We can
anything.
spend some money in our family.
We can run there and get anything we want. You can get a dog treat there, and you can even get dog food at the family output, and I'm pleased with that. So I'm tickled to death. Tickled to death. I heard a rumor that we're getting an ice cream place here. I ain't seen it yet, but if we do, we may video there and show you.
Dude,
The ice cream place. We've had ice cream places before. They come and they've gone, but we've had them. I don't know how we got off on that rabbit trail, Mama, but I do believe it's raining.
Maybe it
I don't know. We can't really see from here. I have to go through. I thought I heard it a while ago. Hi from the... Oh, I'm frozen so way back. From Kentucky. Hello, Sue. We count most of Kentucky as our hometown. It's Goulash. Thank you, Scott. Somebody was asking. I saw the Stars party. Did I sit here and run my mouth and miss a party? I've seen them on other people's, but I don't see the...
We used to see them some.
When we get them down here. Pontiac, Mississippi. Hey, Linda. Stars party. Oh, it was. Thank y'all for the Stars party.
Thank you. We need to thank Pam
Lisa's-
and Joe for
Lisa
her.
has a friend who lives in Australia, and she's always exactly 12 hours ahead of us.
Wow.
Just love it when she, I hope I can see this, says she's a day ahead. Yeah, I love that. I just love when you get to, literally, you're talking to them in the future. They've already had their future. And I love to watch, one of my favorite little things is to watch New Year's around the world when they're all celebrating and it's showing the New Year's. I'm like, they're already in next year.
Yeah, jump ahead
It's
of
kind
us.
of fun. What was she saying to think?
Pam and Joe for the gifts that come today.
Oh, Miss Pam and Joe, your gifts arrived today, and we just now opened them right before we got on here, and it was a cheese toaster thing and a pizza looking thing. I'm excited to try it. Mama, that's for you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But thank y'all.
Thank you.
Pam and Joe's our friends, and they're the ones that sends us the meat and the cheesecakes and different stuff sometimes.
And she's been sick and in the hospital, but she's home and doing
Thankful
better.
for answered prayers. Thankful for answered prayers. We were praying for Joe not long ago. He's doing better. And now Miss Pam's home, so let's just continue for continuous health and well-being. Mama, we can do that goulash. You'll have to eat all of that for lunch tomorrow.
Oh,
I hate it for you. I really do, Mama. That's a lot for you to have to
I
eat.
can't eat that much, honey. I eat a little bit of it.
I think we ought to call a friend.
Call a friend.
Yeah.
What is that game, that show?
Yeah.
Ask a friend.
I
Call
think
a
we
friend.
should call a friend. We tried. We tried hard. Look how little that kid look. Look, it's not. I told Mama the other day, we're gonna quit cooking them big old kids.
We're gonna have to get those little tiny one servers and see if we can get them in
We're
there.
gonna have to start eating Hungry Man frozen dinners, one
Ew.
portions.
I don't believe I want that.
You know we gonna do that. All right, friends and neighbors, we love you. We thank you for putting up with us.
That's right.
Thank you for being here. I posted a thing earlier. Mama's needing some more consultants, actually, on her what's that thing? Tupperware. I put a little thing on how you can do it. If you want to be on Mama's team, you can come to the meetings with her and everything. And you can make money at it. They say you can make as much as you want to make, as hard as you want to work. So if you're looking for extra money for holidays, all you have to do is go to Mama's link, which we posted under here, and it's posted under here earlier. And the three little hamburger thing they call it, which is three little lines in the left-hand corner, you touch that, and you can go to shopping, or it says join. When you hit that, it'll walk you straight through it. You can make all your selections. It's very easy to join. And then somebody will contact you. Our director will, Miss Maria. And she'll tell you all about it and walk you right through. So if you've been thinking, I'd like to get a little part-time job, it's also a social event. It's also entertaining. And in the winter, it's a good time for that kind of stuff. Get together.
I'll sit here.
Well, Mama, you've done injured yourself saying that.
I know.
And what they're doing is it's a 30-hour contest to see who can get some new consultants. And I think Mama's team is supposed to get 30. That's what you saying.
I know it, but that's a lot.
You don't have to get 30. The whole team.
I know it, but
They're in competition with another team. It's just a thing to get people to join. But there's nothing wrong with it. And you can make money and you can get discount on your stuff, and there's a lot of good to it. And Mama, she just loves it. I said, Mama, we don't need not one more piece of Tupperware in this house. It's going to sink. If this was a ship, it would go down from Tupperware.
yeah, I do believe it would.
And she says, I know, but I can't pass up a new thing. And I said, Mama, you don't need that stuff.
That's right. I don't.
I see it. And I think we ain't got that. We got to order that.
That's the first thing I say. We don't have one of them.
Ain't that awful? Ain't it awful?
It really is.
But we love it. And it's a good product. It really is. We like it. But if you want to be a consultant, maybe you've just been on the fence and you're thinking, now's a good time because they're offering a lot of stuff to draw you in. And they're offering a lot of stuff to get you stuff built up.
And you can get a lot of Christmas gifts.
That's Mama's number one thing. Because she'll say to me, get that, I'll give it to. And she'll name somebody. That'll be a good Christmas gift. And it is. We've never given Tupperware as a gift to somebody that said, oh my gosh, I love that. Have it, Mom.
No, yeah.
Are you going to bleed out? Do we
No.
need to get you to the ER?
That's just one little tiny
Was
step.
that a mosquito bite you let get go crazy?
No, it's just oh me, I just scratched a little old spot. You know how I am. Can't leave nothing alone.
Ain't that the truth? Oh, mercy. I'm enjoying this coffee. It's cold down now.
That blood thinner makes it come faster.
Mama?
Mm-hmm. Better get this cleaned up.
Yep. I'm going to put this in a bowl. We'll have it for the next 42 days. Goulash for days.
And days.
Oh my gosh. Goulash again? We may have to call a friend on this one, Mama.
If your daddy was here, he would eat half of it and stuff.
Yeah, he would be glad to get some leftovers. Folks, we're going to go. Thank you again for putting up with us and for coming on here and sitting with us. Y'all say the nicest things. And we got some boogers out there once in a while like everybody else. But really and truly, the real reason we're here is the ones of you who have been here and the ones of you who have just came in today. And we thank you for that. Some of you are new and some of you have been here 4 years with us, or 5. Going on 5. Soon be 5. Anyhow, thank you.
Surely it ain't been 5 years.
Soon will be. We're working this is in the. We're getting in there to the 5th. Won't be long.
Time's flying by.
It is, Mama.
Well,
You was just a youngin' when we started
I
this.
reckon so. I had to be.
Oh, Lordy, you was barely 70.
Ooh, that does seem young compared to 76.
Maybe 71. Folks, we're going to go now. Say good night, Mama.
Good night, Mama. God bless you all. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.